It's official, the Newfoundland Growlers have folded.
Empty seats, a quiet stadium, and hockey equipment being put away. The Newfoundland Growlers are gone.
Obviously, with the end of the ECHL here in Newfoundland, it obviously didn't go the way that anyone had ever envisioned. You know, myself and Glenn and the rest of the Growler staff just, felt like we truly had something special, but we couldn't really bring it across the goal line with the Growlers.
Things happen for a reason, right? And I think losing the former hockey tenant, it created a new opportunity, a new reset for us as a building, us as a partner, and really for the community to embrace a new level of hockey, a new approach to hockey in the city.
I didn't want that to be the legacy of hockey here in St. John's.
After months of rumors, there's finally something of substance to say about the prospect of elite-level hockey returning to St. John's.
The writing was on the wall for hockey team Acadie Bathurst.
The Quebec Maritime Major Junior Hockey is returning to this province. St. John's next season.
Well, I think for all of us, we're obviously disappointed the way the Newfoundland Growlers finished, and I didn't want that to be the legacy of hockey here in St. John's, and so kind of looked at what other opportunities were out there. So gave it some thought and talked to some people around here, and then simply called some people that I knew in the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League, and after those conversations knew that we had a very, very short period of time to move forward because, the Acadia Bathurst Titan were for sale. Knew that the clock was ticking and we had to move pretty quickly in order to get ourselves in line there. So we didn't have a lot of time. We only had kind of 2 months, 60 days to kind of put all this together, and came up with a group of names that we thought might be potentially interested. Had a number of meetings with some of those. And then at the end of it, I don't think you could have picked 3 better ownership groups with the Pattons, the Steels, and the Sharps. Well, even before, to be quite honest with you, before we even went down the road of trying to figure out, who the potential ownerships might be, we had a pretty frank discussion with St. John Sports and Entertainment, because we knew that the deals that were there in the past just couldn't be the same moving forward. We had to come up with a different type of partnership than what we had before. And the word partnership was critical for us because we didn't just want to be a tenant in the building. We wanted to make sure that if we were moving forward, the agreements that we had with the Mary Brown Center reflected a partnership and not a tenant-building relationship. And that's when we called Brent Mead.
So when the Growlers left, I'd been a long-time season ticket holder, and I believed that this was a hockey town. And I know when the Growlers left, that was part of the public discourse and debate. Are we truly a hockey town? Can we sustain a hockey team? I believed we could, but I did think that we needed to find out whether we could. And so when it happened, I went to my board of directors of St. John's Sports Team and said, now is the time for us to answer this question. We need to prove that we are a hockey town, and we need to explore all avenues to find a new hockey tenant. I felt, again, confident that we would find it. And then it was like, so how do we do that? That took us to Glenn Stanford.
Discuss with him what the possibilities would look like. Nothing in writing, no contracts in place, just a handshake to say that, look, if we're moving forward here, you've got to become partners with us. The better we do, the better the building does. It was critically important that they become part of it.
As Glenn has already said, and how Brent has already said, that needed to be critically different in order for this to work.
And even to the ownership group, that's the first questions that they asked. Like, how are things different why is this different from previous team? And it was different because of the investment that they were making in to the success. We do better, they do better, everybody does better. There's a whole process that you're going through. You don't just come up with a name in the beginning and all of a sudden, oh yeah, that's it. We had a process that we took our ownership group through, and had 10 to 15 names originally thought out about it. narrowed it down to 3 or 4. As we kind of got near the end of the process, I think 2 things became critically clear. Obviously, one, we still wanted this team to be named Newfoundland. So we knew that we were going to be named a Newfoundland something. And as we got closer to the end, it became pretty clear that the regiment was the obviously easy choice for us to move forward with. When you're dealing with such an iconic name and such an iconic organization as the Royal Newfoundland Regiment, it was critically clear from the start, even when we were even considering naming the team the Newfoundland Regiment, that we involved Colonel Kyle Strong and his group. They were critical partners along the way. They approved every little decision that we made. We made sure that at the end of it, they were just as proud to be associated with us as we were proud to be associated with the Newfoundland Regiment.
The military came on board with a fantastic show of military force with their members and their guns and their pride. The Premier at the time, Mr. Fury, came up and he really had an excellent line in his speech about what it truly meant to put that jersey on. And I took a moment at that time, and it's not about the players putting the jersey, it's like every single person that touches that logo is going to be educated on the fact of what that logo means.
Earn it. Earn it. Earn being called the Newfoundland Regiment. Embrace that fighting spirit and use it to be more inspiring, to give with all your heart, to achieve incredible goals both on and off the ice. Because you are wearing a name that is written on all of our hearts. Earn it every time you put on that jersey. Earn it in everything you do.
Welcome to the QMJHL Draft.
Yeah, so it was our first draft. So it was really a brand new experience for everyone. I made it a note to really take it all in, because we were in the Videotron Center in Quebec, which is an NHL scale arena, 20,000 seats. The floor was set up just like you'd see at the NHL draft. You look around, the seats are full, the lights are bright, the fog lights are going. And then, okay, the commissioner comes up and it all starts and everything goes silent.
Avec le 5e choix de la première ronde, with the 5th pick of the first round, et le premier de leur histoire, and the first of their history, the Newfoundland Regiment. I call to the stage Mr. John Patton, majority owner, Glenn Stanford, President, Josh Olden, Ownership, Jason Sharp, Ownership, Sean Keefe, Ownership, Gordy Dwyer, General Manager and Head Coach, Sammy Mayers, Head Scout, and Paul Curry, Head Atlantic Scout.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Newfoundland Regiment Organization, I'd like to thank Quebec City, Quebec Ramparts for hosting this incredible event. Our experience here in Quebec has truly been electric, and it's an honor to share this moment with you all. To our fans watching live at home, thank you for your support. We are thrilled to announce that with the first draft selection in team history and the first player to wear the Newfoundland Regiment jersey, from St. John's, Newfoundland, Ben Vinch.
Well, Ben Vinch he's a complete player, and he plays a real mature game. So he has impressive physical tools as well at 16 years old, and paired with a really good hockey sense and positional awareness. So he can create offense in a variety of ways. He's a big body. He plays a heavy game, yet he's got real good touch around the net. And he brings a power forward game, and we feel like his game's going to translate really well to junior hockey. And The physical attributes that he has, the skill set that he has, and not only that, but the mindset of how he plays. He's got excellent hockey sense, and he likes to play the game physically as well. So he's able to punish opponents in all three zones and play heavy on the puck. So he's going to fit in really well with us.
Before I got picked, obviously my heart started beating really fast, and I got a bit nervous. But as soon as I heard my name, I was all smiles from there, and I'm so excited to get started.
Did you ever think growing up that you'd play at home in front of hometown fans at Mary Brown Center?
Obviously, growing up, I saw the ice caps and stuff like that, and obviously it was a goal for me. But I never expected it to be something like this, like in the Q and with Newfoundland Regiment.
Avec le 6e choix de la ronde numéro 1, with pick number 6 of the first round, the Newfoundland Regiment.
With their second selection in the draft, the Newfoundland Regiment are proud to select from Conception Bay South and the Vaughan Kings, defenseman Quentin Norman.
Quentin Norman, he's an exceptional skater, and he's got, excellent mobility, and he's elusive with the puck, and he can make plays in possession. So he really drives transition. He can break pucks out as a transporter. He can break pucks out as with his first pass as well, and he's able to create offense from the offensive zone blue line or from jumping in and joining into the play. So his offensive skill set, his ability to skate, at such a young age, being the youngest guy and the youngest player in the draft, we were really thrilled about him. And not only is he an offensive player, he's got the ability to defend as well, and he's got some grit and some jam to his game. So obviously a really, really high-end prospect for us, and we're thrilled to pick him.
Avec le 8e choix de la première ronde, with pick number 8 of the first round, the Newfoundland Regiment.
The regiment are proud to select from the Dartmouth Steel Subaru, Fenwick McLean.
Fenwick McLean, he's a natural goal scorer. He's a big body. He continues to develop. He's a younger player, but over the past few seasons, I've been fortunate enough to watch this player over the past few seasons and really watch his development. And Fenwick, we're thrilled about him at the position. We were able to pick him at number 8, and he's a 6'2" kid that continues to grow. He gets bigger, he gets stronger, but his touch and his hockey sense around the net, we feel like he's got the opportunity and the potential to be a high-end goal scorer in our league, and with NHL upside as well. And not only will these 3 players add value to our hockey team as younger players, they'll have a chance, to try to represent Canada this summer as well. They've been invited to the U17 camp with Team Canada. So, the 3 high-end prospects that we're able to acquire have the potential to be really good major junior hockey players and beyond.
So I walk down onto the floor, you look around, the seats are full, and then you start to see the players and their families, and mom's holding dad's hand, and the players are holding mom's hand, and they're just waiting. And you could sense the anticipation of these kids who have worked all their lives, probably from Atom hockey, to be at this moment. Even that in itself, getting there as an athlete is just crazy, let alone how intimidating it must be to see all these tables on the floor with people that are basically choosing your path in life. So even in that moment, I was just in complete awe of what we were about to do. We were going to pick someone to play on our team, and now we have the responsibility to put them on the path to the NHL. That's a huge responsibility. This year, through the partnership with St. John Sports Entertainment, they are really operating under the mandate to be different. But I think Brent Mead really understands the fan experience is changing. People expect bright lights, bright colors, a little bit of history on the walls.
When I became CEO of St. John's Sports Entertainment, one of the things I said as one of my founding kind of principles was I wanted to make the community become part of what happened in this building. And really at the end of the day, it's about experience. It's about what is it you can do in the building when people come, they go, wow, that was a lot of fun, that was exciting. Remember what happened here, remember what happened there. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, we want people to leave happy and with very happy memories. And so we've been really focused on how we can do that with our spaces. You'll see more of our spaces animated. You'll see different food and beverage experiences happening in the building. With the Newfoundland Regiment, we've created new opportunities with our corporate partners, like VIP lounges. We'll create club seats, a whole bunch of different things that really at the end of the day fundamentally is about creating different higher value experiences for people. And then when we found a very strong partner with the regiment who believed in that, was aligned on that, we've been doing some really exciting things together. I can't wait for people to show up on September 18th for the home opener, and I hope that when they come into the building, they're going to go, wow, this looks different, this feels different, the experience is amazing. That's at the end of the day what we're trying to achieve.
Well, we're excited about our hockey team, and we've been able to build up a lot of momentum heading into this season, whether it's over the past couple seasons and then with some of the draft capital and being able to execute at the draft. So we're thrilled about the prospects that we have. We're thrilled about the returning players as well, and everybody's excited about hitting the ice in St. John's, late this summer, early this fall, and the excitement is real. We've got a good hockey team. Obviously, we want to play with an identity. We want to play fast. We want to play with a lot of pace. We want to obviously bring a lot of physicality to our game as well. And our compete level will always be, a priority for our hockey team. So,
well, I started to watch obviously a lot more junior hockey over the last 7 or 8 months as we were going through this process. Quite intrigued, quite impressed with the caliber of hockey that I think our fans are going to see here in September. The neat thing about where we are in the process with Acadia Bathurst, and when we purchased them, we're probably in year 2, year 3 of the cycle, the 4-year cycle. So this team is going to be competitive, and I think that's all Newfoundlanders want to see with their teams. They've supported them in the past. They just want to see a hard-working team, and teams go out there and they work hard. Then that's the characteristics that we've always seen of teams in the past, and that's the characteristics that we've always seen of Newfoundlanders. Is that if you work hard and it's a good game and you tried your best, they'll be happy. And I think that's what our fans will see. They'll see a hard-working team, a competitive team, and it'll be pretty entertaining.